So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the Barking Guy Report. We're going to recap Bulldog sports from last week. We've got our Today in Radio History. We've got our birthdays, right? And then we have a look at what's coming up this week in Bulldog sports.
That's right. We'll start with baseball. Artesia 12, Portales 2. The most unusual thing about this game is how it ended. Bottom of the sixth, 2 outs. Bases loaded, 11-2 Artesia. Ethan Ramirez. He was pitch hitting. Ethan gets hit by pitch. Ouch. The run scores, and that's the ball game. Josh Madrid is the winning pitcher. Also, there was a special guest at the ballpark that I didn't expect to see, the moon. Even though the sun hadn't set yet, I could see that silvery disc in the sky from where I was sitting in the stands. The moon is a good luck charm for Bulldog baseball. And then there was Artesia 23, Portales 4 in the opener, Artesia 7, Portales 1 in the nightcap. Davey Molina got the win in the opener, Niestrada in the nightcap. Highlights of the doubleheader: perfect bases loaded squeeze play, scoring not one but 2 runs by Frankie Galindo in the nightcap.
I tell you, this team is really good at the suicide squeeze. They've done it all year, and they've been more successful than not at getting runs off of that play. So it's fun to watch. Yeah. You get a runner on third, less than 2 outs. Get ready for that suicide squeeze.
And he scored not 1 but 2.
That's right.
Which is unusual. Now on to softball. Artesia 15 got her 1 in the opener. Artesia 15 got her 2 in the nightcap. In the opener, KJ Ray homered twice, and Riley Crandall hit her first homer of the year.
Yep.
Yeah, she gets a lot of hits, and I bark a lot for her. This was the first homer.
Yep.
And then in the nightcap, KJ Ray and Madison Martinez homered. Kenna Morrison made an outstanding catch in center field. Then it was Saturday. Artesia 5, Lovington 1 in the opener. A highlight would be the X5 diving catch by KJ Ray. You know, X5, that's in foul territory.
Mm-hmm.
Riley Crandall got the win. She also scored an insurance run and drove in another, McKaylee Morione. Kenna Morrison drove in Riley. Then there was Artesia 12, Lovington 2 in the nightcap. Highlighted this one was a 1-6-3 double play in the top of the 5th.
Yep.
Caden Apodaca to Riley Crandall to Madison Martinez. Perseus Aguilar had the game-winning 2 RBI double. Caden Apodaca got the win.
Couple of stats here. Ray,
Yeah.
7 home runs this season.
Wow.
RBI leader, Ray, 23 RBI. Apodaca, 21 RBI. Apodaca has 5 home runs this year. Ray has 3 doubles and 7 home runs, 10 extra base hits. Apodaca has 11 doubles, 5 home runs, 16 extra base hits. You mentioned Crandall?
Yeah.
11 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run, and 11 RBI, which isn't bad for your leadoff hitter to have 11 RBI.
Yeah.
So, there's some pretty good producers. Morrison, 15 RBI, 5 doubles, a triple, and a home run. So, Bulldogs have 26 home runs, 47 doubles, and 5 triples at the plate this year. 139 RBI, 201 hits.
And 201 barks.
At least. All right. There you go.
And remember, Artesia Clean Beautiful is having cleanups. The first of 4 being this Saturday, April 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
You have large items to take to the transfer station, but no way to get them there. give Linda a call at 575-513-0143.
You know, Lon and I saw a mattress. Somebody threw a mattress by a dumpster. It's not ours. It's not even in our neighborhood, but I'm thinking about calling that in.
That's a great thing. You know, that's a thing that they want. They want those mattresses. They want those old couches. They want those old water heaters.
Mm-hmm.
They want that stuff.
Yep.
You got any of that stuff, give Linda a call.
And she'll get the Boy Scout schedule to come get it.
That's right. That's right. And this week in old-time radio history. April the 18th, Bob Hastings was born in 1925.
Okay.
Eddie Albert was born in 1906 on April 22nd.
Eddie Albert. Okay.
Yep. And then Shirley Temple.
Was that the Green Acres guy?
I believe he was.
Okay. All right. There you go.
And Shirley Temple was born in 1928 on April 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
April 24th, Richard Diamond, Private Detective, premiered in 1949. X-1. That's a sci-fi show.
Mm-hmm.
That premiered in 1955. Now it's radio quotes of the week.
Okay.
When you're elected to serve, you show up. That's what we're elected to do. John Henry, about a certain congressman from Hawaii who failed to show up for votes.
He does. He showed up January right after he got elected, and he hasn't been back to Congress since. He's just been voting by proxy.
And that's wrong.
I think that's wrong. I don't care what his excuse is. I think that's wrong.
And we talked about gruesome before.
Mm-hmm.
This is a quote from Hugh Hewitt about lockdowns. They do not work. They destroy.
They really do. There's so many things that happened over the last 2 years that are so sad. I think the most egregious is picking winners and losers. You're an essential business. You're not an essential business. And that alone, I think, has done more damage to
Yes, it has.
economies in rural communities, mom and pops, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, small businesses got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Restaurants got hurt. People got hurt.
Yeah,
You know, everybody tells you to stay safe, but nobody tells you to stay sane.
that's right.
Well, what keeps you sane? You know, the restaurants really helped out in that.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays like Easter and Christmas.
Yep.
The man who lived 17 centuries ago, St. Nicholas, he did a lot
Mm-hmm.
to get us through, even though our governor attacked him.
Yeah. Yep. Our governor did. So I agree.
And I put up the lights. I went around driving the car, driving my truck.
Mm-hmm.
It helped.
Yeah. I just wonder how many people are going to remember this when they vote. Because remember, right now we're in election season. So things will get fixed. Stripes will get painted on the highways. Money will show up mysteriously in your banking account.
Yeah, and they it's whitewash.
I
That's
know.
what it is. It's whitewash.
I know. But how many people will say, thanks, Governor, I appreciate it, but I'm still voting against you? Or how many people go, our governor really fought hard for us and kept us safe. She's up there protecting us and protecting my family. I can't wait to vote for her to go back in. I guarantee there's a lot of people that think that way.
Yeah, and they should listen to this quote.
Okay?
These libs in the media lie all the time.
That's true.
That was Clay and Buck.
Mm-hmm. True statement.
So those are my quotes.
Okay.
And this is the calendar.
The calendar.
We talked about this earlier. You talked about this earlier. District tennis, girls, number 5 at number 2. And number 4 at number 3, 3 p.m.
Okay.
Varsity golf at Artesia, 9 p.m. That's Country Club. 19th, tomorrow, district tennis boys. Number 5 at number 2, number 4 at number 3, 3 p.m. JV baseball at Goddard, 4:30 and 6:30. Varsity softball at Portales, 4:30 and 6:30. Zia field events, boys high jump, shot put, and girls long jump and discus, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Then Wednesday, Zia field events, boys long jump and discus, girls high jump and shot put, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday, 21st, district tennis, girls, Monday's winners, square off at 3 p.m.
Okay.
Varsity baseball at Lovington, 5 p.m. Zia running events at Bulldog Bowl, 4:30 to 5:30. Friday the 22nd, district tennis boys, Tuesday winners, square off at 3 p.m. JV and varsity track, Artesia Invitational, 3 p.m. Professional development, no school for students. State concert band contest at Rio Rancho. And baseball versus Lovington, 5 and 7 p.m. So we get to see a twilight doubleheader on Friday.
Wow.
Saturday the 23rd, JVA baseball versus Goddard and varsity softball versus Goddard. 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Artesia Clean Beautiful cleanup and the junior senior prom. 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. Just be careful. When you're driving that, because there's probably a little bit more traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we got. Also, usually we have a hazardous waste collection in Carlsbad, but I have heard nothing about it.
I haven't seen that either, Barking Guy, so I don't know what the status is of that, if they're having one or if it got postponed.
Because I tried to look it up, and I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
And usually Linda talks about that.
Yep. Yeah. She may not know either. And she won't be with us on Friday. She's going to be working on getting everybody organized for the pickup this weekend. So she won't be on the radio with us on Friday.
But the pickup is a big deal.
Yeah.
We need to clean up. We always have spring cleaning.
Mm-hmm.
And March, April, May is usually the months that spring cleaning happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do it every year. I clean everything. I clean everything. I got, projects. People do it.
That's right.
But if you have those old mattresses, you have that old couch. You have no way to get to the transfer station. Give Linda a call, please.
Yeah, and then the Boy Scouts will come and haul it off for you. If it's new grill season, you got rid of the old grill and you're replacing it with the brand new grill. You're not going to fix that old grill.
Nope.
I mean, if you really are going to fix it, go get the parts and fix it, and then give it to the kids. Otherwise, don't fool yourself. Don't fool the rest of the countryside and the rest of the neighborhood. Just call Linda and say, all right, I've got a grill here that needs to be hauled off to the transfer station. And they will get that done for you. So that's a good thing to do, don't you think?
Yep, I think so.
All right. What else do we have on your report today?
We got it all in.
We got it all in. So let's see. So tomorrow, are you going to Portales?
No, I'll be listening to that on the radio.
Okay, I'm going to Portales.
Yeah.
Thursday, are you going to Lovington?
I will probably listen to it.
Okay, Joby and I will be going to Lovington. Friday
is here.
I bet you'll be there.
Planning on it.
Saturday is here.
I'm planning on it.
So, well, that's good. Have they given you your own seat yet?
No.
No. But you have a favorite spot you like to sit.
Yeah,
First base side.
Yeah, baseball, it's the first, both of them is the first base side.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to sit, in baseball, I like to sit 2 up.
Okay.
And if that isn't available, I'll go 1 down or 1 up.
Okay.
Or maybe to the right of where I normally sit.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that one because I can see the action. I can see the scoreboard.
Okay. You can see first base
Yeah, I can see first base pretty well.
pretty well, and then you can see the scoreboard,
Yeah,
and so you can bark away.
you can bark away and move away when there's
Now-
foul balls.
All right. Now I've tried to explain this to Joby. At first he called it the
Foul growl.
foul growl, and I said no, it's not a foul growl, it's a moo. And I tried to explain it to him, and he's gotten to the point now that on some foul balls he'll turn up the microphone behind home plate because we can hear you, and he'll turn it up so we can hear you. So explain for those that don't know what you're doing on a foul ball. What it's not a foul growl. You're not growling. So no. Tell us what you're doing there.
Well, in baseball, there's these sound effects that they do for foul balls.
Mm-hmm.
They do glass, breaking glass. They do that one. They do the ducks.
Mm-hmm.
They do the donkey. But my favorite of all is the cows.
The cows. So the foul ball is going into the pasture
Yes.
where all the cows are, and it's disturbing the cows, and so they're mooing.
Yep.
And that's what you're doing, is you're recreating the sound of the mooing cows that have been bothered by a foul
Yep.
ball.
Foul ball into the cows. Moo.
So in case you were wondering what that sound was, folks, and when you hear it on the radio or if you're at the ballpark, the foul ball has gone into the pasture with the cows, and that's the cows mooing. So
That's right.
there you go. Now you know.
But it has to go in. It has to go into a place where there's grass.
Yeah, you and I were talking about that before the show today. If you go to Brainerd Baseball Park, there's not much grass around it. There is outside the outfield fences into the park, but behind the ballpark or along the first base line and third base line is Gilchrist and 13th, or 13th and Gilchrist. So it's all gravel, and it's streets. So the only real grass is when you hit it out of the ballpark.
But there's also some trees and there's some place where cows could be.
Yes.
Like where the bullpens are,
Mhm.
just between the bullpens and the street.
Yep. There's some grass there, and all that. Now softball.
Oh, there's plenty of grass where the bullpens are.
Mm-hmm.
There are trees, and there's a walkway that between the JV park and the varsity and the JV softball.
Mm-hmm.
Because I park back where the soccer is.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tried to park. When you come in, you make a right. There's a parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
But one time, people were parking in the center, and that's wrong. I think it's wrong
Yeah.
because the people that are parked on the sides, they can't get out.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
They're not supposed to park there. So I go back to where the soccer is.
Yeah. You want to hear something embarrassing that I did at the Yucca Blossom Trade Days show here a couple weeks ago out at the fairgrounds? On the first night, on the Saturday night, I went out there late to lock up the trailer and turn off the music and kind of pack everything up. And I noticed people were parking kind of in the parking lot area off of 13th where people like to park when there's a carnival.
Yeah.
And I saw multiple rows of cars parking. There was like a row and then a row right behind it, and then the space, and then there was a row and a row behind it in a space. And I thought, okay, well, that makes sense because the people in the front can pull out, the people in the back up and pull out. So I pulled in and parked behind somebody and went into the thing and did my deal, and then I left. When I came back out, I realized that the guy that I had parked behind, there was no row in front of him. They were up along the fence line. So if that guy had shown up and needed to leave, I had him blocked in. He would not have been able to get out. Now, I didn't get any phone calls, and I'm not aware of anybody being blocked in at that point, and I guess I left before they left. Well, the next day, I'm talking to Tammy, and she was telling me how they had to call the sheriff's department to have somebody move because they had blocked somebody in. And I immediately thought that they were talking about me. But they weren't. And I know who it was that they had to phone in. I'm not going to say because that's, without their permission. But I was embarrassed. I thought when she started to tell the story about, how they had to call somebody, they had to call the sheriff's department to get somebody to move their car because they had blocked somebody in. I thought, oh no, I had blocked somebody in yesterday. I'm in trouble now.
Well, maybe if they have people on parking that park people, I remember years and years ago, I went to a rodeo and they had people on horseback.
Oh,
actually
cool.
directing the cars.
That's cool.
Into parking spots.
Yeah.
You don't need people on horseback, but you just people directing people to spots.
Yeah.
That would eliminate that problem.
It would, and you would need 3 or 4 people in walkie-talkies, basically. When I came in, when we would go out to the state softball tournament up in Rio Rancho, which the last few years they've been playing the 4A games out at Cleveland High School, which beautiful campus. Their football field is beautiful. Their varsity softball field is beautiful. And when we pulled in there to park, they have, as you drive into the parking lot, there's somebody standing right there. And they are in communication with the 2 or 3 other people that are where the cars are parking. Okay, got one coming in. Okay, send them to row 2. And so they say, okay, pull in and go to the row 2. There'll be a guy standing there. So when you pull in, there's a guy standing there, and then he'll direct you to either to the right or the left. And then there's somebody standing at the end of that says, all right, pull in here, pull in here. So, yeah, 3, 4 people in walkie-talkies, and you can really kind of help manage parking so that people don't get blocked in like what you're talking about, like what I did at the Yucca Blossom. But fortunately, I didn't get caught. She started to tell that story, and I'm like, oh, no, I got busted. All right, barking guy, anything else?
Just go dogs. Arf.
All right, thank you, barking guy. We'll see you at the game.
Okay.
All right, let's see what Jared's